Hey, this is Gatopia. Today we have a different video. Today we're gonna find out what application is the best scanner app for mobile devices. So in here we have three of the most famous scanner applications. The first one on the left is Adobe Scan by Adobe. The second one is Office Lens by Microsoft. And the third one is Camera Scanner, which is actually an editor's choice application on the Play Store. So we gotta find out which one is the best. These applications have a lot of differences, but the first difference that we're gonna test is auto cropping. So I'm gonna go through all of these applications and test them for auto cropping and see which one has a better auto cropping. The first application that we're going to start with is Adobe Scan. Okay, Adobe Scan doesn't have a landscape option, and we haven't put the phone in a way that the book would be straightly underneath it, so that it would be harder for these applications to capture the image that they want. So we're going to capture it this way and see the auto cropping. As you see, Adobe Scan hasn't done a great job in the auto cropping, but it's not bad. It's decent. You can easily just adjust these edges and then you're good to go. So auto cropping not perfect in Adobe Scan. Now let's move on to the next application, which is Office Lens, and test the auto cropping there. Okay, in Office Lens, we zoom and then shoot. Okay, as you see, the auto cropping is better than the Adobe Scan, but it's a bit blurry and it has missed some edges. But it's fine. It might be because of my camera, because I don't have a great camera. Okay, the next application is Cam Scanner. So we're testing it in here. Now, zoom and then shoot. Okay, as you see, the auto cropping is not great, but it's better than the Adobe Scan. And if you can understand it, it kind of is doing something more intelligent while cropping in here. So it doesn't lose its shape. It tries to shape the edges as the book is. So it's more intelligent in the manual cropping too. Cam Scanner is more intelligent in that, but the best auto cropping is for the Office Lens, as you see. The next thing that we're gonna talk about is the resolution of shooting. So Camera Scanner has a changeable resolution, which you can set it on 8 megapixels or 5 megapixels or 3 megapixels. So you can change the resolution of your photos in Cam Scanner and in Office Lens. You have different resolutions in Office Lens too. So let's get back. And you have even more resolutions than Cam Scanner. You can even set it to the highest resolution of your camera, which for me it's 16 megapixels, is 15.9. But in Adobe Scan, you do not have any resolution options. The next thing we're going to talk about is colors. So if you want to make a PDF document, in Adobe Scan you can use grayscale if you just want to see how it looks in black and white. If you have a printer that only prints black and white, which most people with printers have black and white printers. And you can add pages easily, as I've said, and rotate and do other things. And save PDFs. In Cam Scanner, you have the same things too. So you can save images as PDFs and as documents, and you have a color profile too. So you can change the colors to the color that you really need. For example, if you want it gray, you can make it gray. If you want it black and white, you can set it to black and white, and other stuff. On the other hand, in Office Lens, you actually can save PDFs and images, just like Cam Scanner. But your problem, in here you can set the PDF toggle on and off, which will tell you the directory that your PDF is going to be saved into too. But your problem is that you have no color profiles. Okay, you have this image in here, you can write on it, you can put text on it, you can put it in different modes and rotate it or crop it, but you have no option for making it look like black and white or look like a document, so that you use less ink on your printer, because it can be pretty useful. For example, in Adobe Scan, not on this particular image because this is an image with a red background, but if you have an image with a kind of white background, which is not exactly white, it can get white when you set it to grayscale, and then your printer doesn't need to use this much ink for printing that document. Another feature that these applications have is text recognition. Now in Adobe Scan, if you want to use text recognition, you should save your document as a PDF and then recognize the texts in the PDF. Use text recognition in the PDF. In Office Lens, on the other hand, when you're saving your document, you have an option which you can save it as a Word document. So you should recognize the text and implement it in a Word document. In Cam Scanner, while shooting the photo, you have OCR, which is the text recognition, and you can choose your language from the supported ones while capturing, and they all need internet connection for these features. The other thing that you should know, which is a bit of a bummer for me, is that in Adobe Scan, when you save a file, it mostly uploads it to the cloud, which is good for most people, especially people who use a lot of Adobe applications and Adobe Cloud. But for me, when I want to share this document to my PC, I do not have a very great option in these sharing options, because I either should have an application to be able to share this to my PC, or it doesn't save this as a file for me. So I cannot, for example, just take the file and then copy it to my PC, because it doesn't work that way. So that's a problem that Adobe Scan has for me. Now, if you're a person who uses a lot of Office applications like PowerPoint, Word, and OneDrive, so I would say that this Office Lens is a great app for you, because you can just directly save your documents to OneDrive or to Word or to other applications. So bear that in mind too. If I actually want to be honest with you, between these three applications, I personally would prefer Camera Scanner, but the problem with Camera Scanner is that it's not free. It is actually free. It has a free version and a premium version, but the premium version is a lot better. It has text recognition built in, and right now I can shoot photos for text recognition, but I have to buy the premium. Otherwise, I only have 4 text recognitions per month, I guess. So Camera Scanner is a very, very capable and good application between these three. I think actually the premium version of Camera Scanner is going to be the best one. But the free version compared to these is kind of equal, so bear that in mind. That's it for me in this video. I had to shoot most of this video in portrait because these applications do not support landscape mode, so sorry for that. We hope that you enjoyed your stay, and feel free to take a tour in Gatopia, and I'll see you next time.